Looking for a compact label printer designed specifically for laboratory test tubes and similar applications? The Godex GTL-100 is a 4-inch direct thermal printer with a 203 DPI print resolution and multiple connectivity options, including USB, RS-232, and LAN. Rather than being a general-purpose office printer, the GTL-100 is designed around specialized labeling applications, particularly test tubes. Let's start with the printing technology. The GTL-100 uses direct thermal printing. Direct thermal printing creates images by applying heat directly to specially coated thermal media. One advantage is that you don't need traditional ink cartridges or toner. That can make the system relatively straightforward to operate for environments that regularly print labels. However, direct thermal labels can be sensitive to environmental factors such as heat, light, and chemicals depending on the specific media being used. So if these labels need to remain readable for a long period or be exposed to laboratory conditions, I'd verify that the recommended media is appropriate for your specific application. Now, let's talk about the print resolution. The GTL-100 is specified at 203 DPI. For label printing, 203 DPI is a common resolution that can provide clear text, barcodes, and other typical label elements. It's generally well-suited to applications where the priority is readable identification rather than extremely fine graphical detail. If you're printing very small characters, dense barcodes, or highly detailed graphics, I'd verify that 203 DPI meets the requirements of your label design. Now let's talk about the 4-inch print class. The printer is listed as a 4-inch model. That gives you a useful amount of print width for labels, while keeping the machine relatively focused on compact labeling applications. For test tube identification, the physical dimensions of the label are particularly important. The exact maximum print width, compatible label dimensions, and supported media specifications aren't included in the supplied listing, so those are details I'd verify before purchasing. Now, let's talk about connectivity. The GTL-100 includes USB, RS-232, and LAN connectivity. That's a useful combination for a specialized business or laboratory environment. USB can provide a straightforward connection to an individual computer. RS-232 serial connectivity can be particularly useful when integrating with specialized laboratory equipment or older systems that rely on serial communication. And LAN connectivity allows the printer to be integrated into a network environment. This means a printer can potentially fit into different types of workflows instead of being limited to a single USB-connected workstation. The exact network management and software features should still be verified for your environment. Now let's talk about test tube labeling. Now let's talk about workflow integration. In a professional environment, the printer itself is only one part of the labeling system. You'll also need compatible label media, label design software, drivers, and potentially integration with your laboratory information system or other software. If you're planning to automatically generate labels from a database, I'd verify what software and integration options the GTL-100 supports. USB, RS-232, and LAN connectivity provide flexibility, but the exact software compatibility determines how easily it fits into your existing workflow. Now let's consider maintenance. One advantage of direct thermal printing is the lack of conventional ink or toner that removes one common consumable category. However, the printer still requires appropriate thermal media, and the print mechanism should be maintained according to the manufacturer's instructions. The printhead is a key component in thermal printing, so using compatible media and following proper cleaning and maintenance procedures can be important for consistent print quality. Now let's talk about who this printer is for. The Godex GTL-100 is primarily aimed at specialized labeling environments rather than someone looking for a conventional home printer. It's particularly relevant for laboratories, research facilities, healthcare-related workflows, sample identification, and other environments where test tube labeling is a regular requirement. For occasional household label printing, a general-purpose label printer would likely be a more appropriate choice. The value of the GTL-100 comes from its specialized application. Now, let's consider a few things I'd verify before buying. First, confirm the exact test tube and label size compatibility. Second, verify the supported direct thermal media and whether the required labels are readily available. Third, check the maximum print width and print speed for your workflow. Fourth, verify software and driver compatibility with your operating system and laboratory software. And finally, check whether the RS-232 and LAN interfaces support the integration method your facility requires. These details can matter more than the headline 203 DPI resolution when you're deploying a printer in a professional environment. It's also important to remember that a label printer doesn't automatically make a labeling workflow compliant with any particular medical, laboratory, or regulatory standard. If you're using the printer for regulated laboratory or healthcare applications, verify the required standards and media compatibility for your specific environment. Overall, the Godex GTL-100 is a specialized 4-inch direct thermal printer designed for applications such as test tube labeling. Its key specifications include 203 DPI resolution and USB, RS-232, and LAN connectivity. The biggest selling point is its specialized role in laboratory-style labeling workflows. It isn't trying to be a general office printer. Instead, it's designed for users who need consistent, repeatable thermal labeling and connectivity options that can work with both modern computers and specialized equipment. Before buying, I'd focus on label and tube compatibility, software integration, print width, media availability, network functionality, and the exact requirements of your existing workflow. Would you use a dedicated test tube label printer like the GTL-100 in your laboratory, or would you prefer a more general-purpose thermal label printer?